All right, welcome back. I'm going to take a break, at least for early today, from the getting back to basics. Had a good conversation with, I think it was Eric, and it's almost like a boot camp. If you can't mess around with $100 bankroll and actually make that last for a while and be able to mess around with it and have some fun, I don't know that you have any business messing around with a big bankroll. You've got to understand the risks. You got to understand your limitations, your comfort level, all that stuff. But all that said, it's still fun to play around with massive bankrolls. You know, last weekend I went to Cherokee. I gave myself a $2,000 bankroll. I ended up going $500 deeper into the pocket to chase down. Fortunately, I won. So today, let's switch the camera view. Today, I'm going to mess around. I'm going to mess around today with a $2,000 bankroll again. Get this all back in my rack. So we count it up. Make sure I'm not playing games with all this stuff. Yeah, go ahead and get my abacus chips out of the way for a minute. There's 500, 1,000, 14. I've got 10 in white, 90 in red. So that's 14, that's 15, and then I got 5. Ooh, I got 1 too many greens. For some reason, I can get 21 green chips in these trays, and it messes me up. But at the same time, hey, what's $25 between friends? So here's an abacus I'm going to run for the field, for the 10 and the 4. And I'm going to start off here. I'm going to do, on the come out, I'm going to do a $700 lay. And that's going to cost me 17 in vig. I'm going to put that up here on the 10. And that's going to give me $350 to play around with as a hedge. Or that's the hedge for $350 to play around. So there's 50, 1, 50, 2, 250, 260, 270, 280, 285 versus 350, or, well, versus minus 17. So what is 350 minus 17 is about $333. And I've got that. So the 7 will be worth something. A small something, but something. And then we're at a $15 table, and I want to keep my options open. So I'm going to play the do we don't. With all that, let's use the green dice today. There's a 7. And that is going to be working. So this is a one hit, can't miss. Except for, of course, the 10. It will be an expensive hit. If we hit the 10, lose that 700. But hopefully that will not be the case. We're going to try to hit something twice. And we're going to regress down to an iron cross, I think. There's a 6. Point is 6. And that is going to pay me $70. Let's set that off to the side. And here we go. Roll number 2 is, oh, I needed to put that 15 back up there, didn't I? So roll number 2 gives me a 12 any crap 7 to 1. That's going to pay me 70 as well. Let's see, that's 10, 7, 2, 1. That's going to pay me 70. And that's our 2 hits. So we are now up about, I don't know, 70 and 15, 70 and 70 minus 15. 140. We're up about $125. So I'm going to bring all this back down. I'm going to set this up as an iron cross. And speaking of, I guess we don't need a abacus for the field on that. What do we want here? A $15 field. And that's, let's see, so we did 125, that is 75, 85, that's 100, so we've got $25 free and clear that we can play with. Now, of course, if this was, you know, if I had hit a 4 or a 10, that's why I'm thinking the do we don't. One, because this is only a 1 in 36 risk on the come out that I'm going to lose. But it opens up the option to lay odds on the 4 and 10 as well. So, here we go. There's the 10. Going to pay me 15 on the field. And what I'm going to do is I'm always going to collect on the field. And what I'm thinking, though, there's another $15 on the field. One of the things I'm thinking about is if I miss the field, i.e. I hit the 5, 6, or 8, I'm going to take that entire amount and put it on the field for one roll. See what happens with that. There's a 9. Going to pay me on the field again. Look at that, 3 field hits in a row. Beautiful. There's a 4. That's 4 field hits on a row. And I think we hit a 10 in there earlier. Alright, there's a 5. 5 is going to pay me 35. 15 on the field comes down. So now I've got a $35 field. There's a yo. $35 field is going to pay me 35. I'm going to regress the field back down to 15. Now my chip rack is getting filled up already. Here we go. There's a 6. That's our point. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and collect 35. The field loses. And we're going to come out for a new point. There's a 9. Get back on the field. Here we go. 9 right back. That's going to pay on the field. Go ahead and bring that down while we look for a new point. 4. All right. Point is 4. We're going to come on the field. And let's see, I've got about, what was that? What did I say that was? 75, 85, 90, 95. So I'm going to go ahead and lay 200 odds on that 4. Just because I can. Let's see what happens. There's a 10. Wins 15 on the field. Move our marker over. There's a 5. That's going to pay me 35. Lose 15 on the field, but I'm going to leave 35 back up on that field. There's a 6. Going to pay me 35. The field stays up. There's a 9. Now the field's going to pay me 35. I have no idea if I'm spinning my wheels with this or if there's some merit to it. That's why I want to play around and find out. There's an 8. Once again, we'll go to 35 on the field. And 7 out. All right, 200 pays 100. So all in all, that was a profitable shooter. And you know what? I'm going to skip the abacus altogether this time, simply because it's kind of just chips in the way right now. I am doing the abacus to get used to the idea of doing it. Who's in there? Hey Joe, what's up, man? I just noticed you. Place the 9 with the field win and get multiple wins on the 9. Yeah, I've done that with the cross. You know, start pressing it up a little bit. At this point on this one, I'm not wanting to really press, except for, you know, the 5, 6, 8, those field misses. Go ahead and hit them on there and see what happens with them. I don't know if you saw the first few minutes of this. I'm laying 700 on the 10, kind of like Jacob does. And that cost me 17. Where's my lay button? And then that's going to cover some action over here. 100, 150, 200, 250. I had too many chips in my rack already. Let's see, what did I say? 250, 260, 270, 280 for a $10 any crap and a $5 yo. And then the 7's worth something if I roll it. Of course, I don't want to hit that 10, so there's a 9. Oh, that was supposed to be on. Let's do 75 for 5. Got to replace my C&E. Point is, and hit that again. There's my 7. All right. Ah, cool. See, you saw me almost right away. All right, so 7 loses all this stuff. I'm gonna bring it all down. Make sure I'm doing my math right. So my $17 VIG is gone. That's gonna pay me $350. $250, $275, $300, $350. And then we can turn around and come right back on where we were. That's $17 VIG. And I still get to rack up 50 bucks. How about that? Well, minus the 17, so 30-something dollars. Not bad. There's a 5. Going to pay 70. And there's an 8. Going to pay 70 again. Oh, it's going to pay me 55. I need to come back up on that. I'm not going to intentionally cheat myself. $15 there. Ah! Put all that back in the rack. Oh, and of course that comes down. Alright, where am I at? We're set back up on the old iron cross. Let's roll it out. 10. Glad I didn't get that on that last roll. There's 15. And 7 out that quick. That's right, we were playing with profit. I should keep, this is the part that just aggravates me, is counting out all these chips every time. But when I was taking shortcuts, I noticed I made a couple mistakes, and I also got confusing questions from the wife. She couldn't follow because I was taking shortcuts that would make sense to everybody else. That's on, that's a lay, and here it is. 12 craps. So 10 pays 7 to 1. So they're going to pay me 70 minus 5, 65. Three craps. Going to pay me another 65. I haven't set a point yet. I don't know whether I should take this $130 and go, or wait for a point. Let's press my luck. There's a yo. Another craps. No, yo. 70. Let's see, 15 to 1. What is that? 75 minus 10 pays me another 65. And I'm going to go ahead and turn everything, bring everything down. I'm not going to push my luck too far. I know I'm going to be there, so I'll leave those up there. Turn them off. Clean up my mess. So we are big time in profit on this shooter. All right. That is simple. And what do we got here? Basically 1,000. I've already made like 400 bucks just messing around. That might not be bad for just getting in, getting out, getting a paycheck. There's a 4. Point is 4. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and lay that for 200 again. 8. I want to pay 35. Six, going to pay 35. That's just stays right there where it is. There's 4. Ouch. Lose my 200. But that'll pay me up 35 on the field. And we'll just have to grind that back, won't we? Now that was supposed to be back on. I don't think well, yeah, I did hit it. But. All right, back on the 4. I'm going to pull a Charlie and bump that back up. What, I lost 200. So I'm going to wrap my losses up into that. Do a $500 lay. Will get me all that back plus a little. Probably stupid move, but we'll see what happens. 8. That's going to pay for a $35 field. And damn. All right, maybe I don't need to be laying on here. That is insane. But I win that 35 back here. And yeah. 7 doesn't do anything for me. 7 doesn't do anything, except that's 2 7s in a row. What am I down? $500, $600, $700. I'm going to do something incredibly stupid or incredibly smart. I don't know yet. Trade some greens in for some blacks. Get rid of some of these reds real quick. All right. Two 7s in a row, 6-8, $600 each working. 3. There's a 6. Gonna pay me $700. Gonna take those off. Point is 6. And we're back to flush. Blame Charlie on that one. I take no responsibility for my irresponsibility. There we go, back on the iron cross. There's a 5. It's going to pay me 35 or 30. Here's that. Not too many reds going. We'll get rid of them. 5 again. That's a push. 5 again is a push. 5 again. 4 5s in a row. Are you kidding me? Do I need to do a no 5? No, I'm not going to do a no 5. There's a 10. It's going to pay me 35. Leave 15 on the field, racked up 55. There's 6. That's our point. Going to pay 35 on that. And here we go. 9 point, new point of 9. 15 on the field. And midnight, gonna pay us 30 on the field. How about that? $10. Want to pay us 15 on the field. Aces, another 30 on the field. Look at all that cheddar. I'm gonna need to ask Charlie to see what the heck I'm doing and see if it makes any damn sense to him. There's 15 on the field. And new point of 6. On and off for 6. That was not supposed to be there when I was coming out. And then it was supposed to be there when I hit the 6. Now it's gone. 6 pays 35. And here we go. And based on a post from Charlie a little bit ago, I might call this Dr. Pepper. Not quite his Dr. Do or anything else, I don't know. I don't know what the heck to call it. It's not quite the Iron Cross, and it's not quite the anything but 10, but it's something. It's a mix. So after all that, I don't even know how many rolls that was. But let's see what we ended up doing here. All right. 5 for a nickel, 5 nickels for another quarter. 8 greens for 2 more blacks. Come on, scatter out. They scatter when I don't want them to, and then when I want them to, they don't. So, what do I got here? 5, 10, 15, 20. That's the buy-in. That's what we came into. So my profit on that, just a little tiny bit of play. I got 5, 6, 7, 53. $753 profit on that quick little bit of play. That is kind of unreal. I'm going to see if I can do it again, but not right now. That was kind of cool. All right. Hey, Joe, if you're still here, thanks for watching. I don't know what to think about that. That's crazy.